company function that deals with allocating the financial resources that are available to create a profitable business and achieve return on investment. It also has aspect of planning, organizing, and controlling all transactions in business and focuses on obtaining capital. The outcomes of financial management will keep all departments on the right track.
Hi and greeting to you. I am Muhammad Iqbal Hazim bin Muhammad Rohani, maintain number 2877371. I will present about stock market. Stock market describe many actions where share of public company are purchased and traded. This monetary dealing occur on regulated action and over the counter (OTC). Meanwhile, stock market are component of a market company since they give new democratic access to investor trading and capital action.
Tension of Russia towards Ukraine demonstrates how unstable and fragile the pillars of European prosperity and peace are. The war between Russia and Ukraine was started by Russia, where the biggest issue that is the main reason for this war is Ukraine's desire to join the North 5 Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO).
Our objective is to determine the major stock market of the company within the industry in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Our group has chosen 8 years for each company from 2014 until 2021 because the pre-war between Russia and Ukraine started in 2014 and actual war happened in 2021 until 2022.
For this study, the six of the energy and utilities company that I choosing is American Electric Power, Korea Electric Power, General Electric, Shell, Chevron, and EOG Resources.
Here is a little bit about companies for communication service. Facebook, which is a subsidiary of Meta Platform, is a company that provides social network service. Next, Alphabet, which is a multinational technology-based company that is the main company of Google. Thirdly, AT&T, which is a major player in communication service. Besides, the Walt Disney, which is known as a company that runs a diverse and international entertainment operation. And then Netflix, which has become a major streaming company today with over 182 million subscribers. Lastly, WPP PLC, which is a British-based company that runs a multinational business that includes public relations.
The healthcare industry is categorized as a macroeconomic scenario that comprises in a variety of health-related industries. The companies chosen for healthcare industries are Pfizer, United Health Group Incorporated, CVS Health Incorporation, McKesson Corporation, Cardinal Health Incorporated, and Cigna Corporation.
Companies in information technology. First, is Apple company. It is a big multi-millionaire of computer, of consumer electronic, of computer and consumer electronic for creating iPhone, iPad, and Macintosh. Secondly is the Microsoft company. Microsoft Corporation is a multinational technology company with its headquarters in Redmond, Washington in the United States. Thirdly is Intel. Intel is an American multinational and technology firm headquartered in Santa Clara, California. Next is about Amazon. Amazon is a multinational technology company that concentrates on digital streaming. Furthermore is Mastercard company, which is the second largest company in the world which process payment. Last is Dell company. Dell is an American technology firm based in the US.
The last industry is the automotive industry. First, Tesla company that has issued electric car. Toyota Motor Corporation issued a hybrid car. Ford Motor Corporation, Mitsubishi Motor Corporation, Ferrari issued a sport car, and the last one is Honda.
Technology that we use in the secondary data and internet resources. Secondary data is a term used to describe information or dataset that are already available, may be retrieved using any kind of search site. Other people and organizations have already obtained this information with the intention of using it for a certain purpose. We use this method to generate company data in order to prepare this assignment. Then is the internet resources. The internet serves as a search engine and offer a variety of information from different websites that may be helpful to anyone looking to information.
For the energy and utilities company, the biggest ups and downs of ROA is EOG Resources from 2014 to 2017. The company was dropped dramatically in 2015 due to the fact that EOG's output of crude oil and condensate in the unit status, and its overall production both fell by 7% in 2015. Even though EOG resources are the lowest in 2015, but it was increased and become to the highest in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2021. This is because of increased profits on marketing activities for crude oil, condensate, and natural gas.
In 2014 until 2019, all companies show ROA, which shows that all companies have a profit in relation to their total assets. In 2020, the company AT&T showed a negative number of negative 0.01. The Netflix company showed an increase in ROA from year to year, except in 2015, which showed a decrease from 0.04 to 0.01. And in the final year of the study, which is 2021, showed the highest increase, which was 0.11. The decline of AT&T, the Walt Disney, Netflix, and WPP plc is due to the occurrence of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the decline in the global economy, and the advertising industry has been found in the first half of 2020, which stems from the Russia-Ukraine war.
In 2014, there were no significant changes for each of the 6 companies because the war began in February 2014. In 2015, United's Health ROA was declining since there has not been any investment in subsidiaries during pre-war. In 2016, Cigna Corporation was having a recession of ROA, while another 5 companies were inclining. Pfizer and McKesson Corporation showed a positive spike while others were declining in 2017. 2018 shows the most drastic changes of ROA between 6 companies, where all of the companies were having a depletion of ROA. In 2019, all of the company was having an increasing ROA, except for the McKesson. In 2020, cardinal ones having a severe depletion caused them to not have targeted benefits, thus generating losses. In 2021, apparently, the severe depletion shifted to McKesson Corporation because they generated loss.
It is about return of equity for information technology company. There are 8 years that are the measure of return on asset for every company in the information technology industry. In 2014, Mastercard recorded the highest ROA of 0.24 compared to other companies. Then recorded the highest ROA value of 1.13 for the year 2015 and 2016. There are several companies that recorded an increase in ROA, namely Apple, Mastercard, Intel, Amazon, Microsoft. That even though the Russian and Ukraine war is about to happen.
Based on the table is return on asset for 6 companies under the automotive industry. We can see that Ferrari is the best company in managing its asset despite the ups and outs of war. The Tesla company in turn achieved negative figures. The Mitsubishi company is always aligned from 2014 to 2021. The rest of the company have always achieved positive figure when the number are ups and downs.
The graph ROE of company energy and utilities, we can clearly know that there are 2 companies had the biggest fluctuation. It was EOG Resources in 2015 and General Electric in 2018 had the biggest down. In 2014, EOG Resources was got the highest value of ROE, but it was dropped dramatically in 2015. Furthermore, in 2017, General Electric was the only one that got the negative value of ROE, negative 0.12, and it was decreased rapidly to negative 0.44 in 2018.
ROE for Alphabet company always shows an increase in ROE from year to year. This is because the company is able to manage the company's assets after deducting the company's liabilities in order to make a profit. Next, the company AT&T has a positive ROE every year except in 2020, showing a negative ROE, which is negative 0.03. This is because AT&T owed about 152 billion in total debt. The Walt Disney Company experienced an increase in ROE from 2014 to 2018. The company began to experience a decrease in the following year, reaching 0.12, and then reached a negative value in 2020, and increased again in 2021 by 0.02. This occurred because Disney theme parks and resorts were closing outside of the US.
In 2014 until 2019, there were no significant changes for each of the 6 companies and showed a positive ROE because the war initiated in 2014 and the major stock market for the healthcare industry is in a stable position. In 2020, Cardinal Health Incorporated and McKesson Corporation were having a serious depletion of ROE. COVID-19 epidemic happened and Cardinal Health Incorporated and projected faster customer purchases. However, their ROE started to increase back in 2021. McKesson has an increase of return on McKesson's stockholder equity during 2020 and continue to depleting. When ROE is negative, it indicates that its net income is negative. They suffer from loss due to the investor or shareholders losing on their investment in the company.
This is about return of equity for information technology company. Here we are positive and negative ROE for 6 company of information technology. The graph line also show there are fluctuation in the return on equity for that company. As evident, the return on equity for the Mastercard company in 2014 was 0.21 and has increased until 2019, which is 1.37 and decreased again in 2020, 0.99, and finally increased in 2021 at a return on equity rate of 1.18. The highest ROE is in 2019 owned by Dell, which is 1.46.
Return on equity for 6 companies under the automotive industry. Only the Ferrari company achieved the worst negative value in 2015, and this proved that the company was affected by the war, but the company managed to return to stability. Tesla is the company also achieved negative but not bad result in 2015 and 2017. The rest of the company remained stable from 2014 to 2021.
For the price-earning ratio of company energy and utilities, Chevron are the only one that show the biggest ups and downs from 215 to 217. In 2016, the value of P ratio for the company Chevron dropped dramatically to negative 336.59. It may be due to the company increasing its quarterly dividend by 0.01 per dollar common share. However, Chevron was increased rapidly to 20.73 in 2017 and became the highest value in 2019.
All companies had positive PE ratios. This shows that the higher this ratio shows, investors expect high return growth, stocks have low risk, and investors are satisfied with high income. The Netflix company showed a sharp rise as Netflix turned to international market at the time to compensate for slow growth in the United States and launched services in Australia and New Zealand.
In 2014, there were no significant changes for each of the 6 companies' ratio from 0.06 to 14.88 because the war began in February 2014. In 2015, McKesson has a positive inclination of price-earnings ratio. In 2016, Cigna Corporation was having a recession of ROA, while another 5 companies were increasing because the revenue of the company increased. In 2016, all companies were in a constant ratio of price-earnings except for McKesson because investor pays less per dollar of a company's total earning during pre-war. 2017 shows the constant ratio of price-earning ratio from 0.27 to 31.14. In 2018, a drastic spike occurred on McKesson. CVS Health Corporation has a little decline in price-earnings ratio due to the cumulative impact of share repurchases. In 2020 and 2021, the price-earnings ratio of all companies were on a low scale due to the inclining conflict of Ukraine-Russian war worldwide.
This is about the price-earning ratio for information technologies industry. The ratio is employed to evaluate business and determine if they are over or undervalued. Based on the graph, they are negative and positive for the price-earning ratio. Apple has a positive price-earning ratio for every year from 2016 to 2021. In 2014, Apple had the highest price-earning ratio at 2.91, while Amazon recorded the lowest at a negative rate in 2014. In addition, in 2015, all companies recorded a positive price-earning ratio.
Price-earning ratio for 6 companies under the automotive industry. The company achieved negative value in 2014 to 2019, but in 2020, its value reached its highest value for the past 8 years. For the Ford company, its value is in line from 2014 to 2018. In 2019, its value rose sharply and fell negatively in its first year. The Ferrari company first constantly rising and declining value from 2014 to 2021. The rest of the company have always been aligned from 2014 to 2021, performing well as they are able to maintain as the Ukraine war approach against Russia.
From the graph of price-earning growth, we can significantly know that American Electric Power had the biggest up and down from 2016 to 2020. In 2016, American Electric Power was grown dramatically to 213.71. However, the company was dropped rapidly to a highest negative value, negative 93.44 in 2019, and it was rise back to the top again. It was 1.33 in 2020. Other than that, Korea Electric Power also shows the biggest fluctuation of dropping in 2017. It was negative 77.19.
The Netflix company showed a sharp increase in 2014. This happened because of the increase in PE ratio following large investments from the United States. Meta platforms Facebook also showed a slight improvement because the PE ratio in the year increased from 70.93 to 81.77. Other companies such as WPP plc, AT&T showed no significant change. However, in 2020, the price-earning growth ratio of the company WPP plc has decreased sharply and reached a negative number in 2021 after increasing in 2019.
In 2014, McKesson had a minimum of price earnings growth rather than others because of certain research and development. In 2015, there were no significance for all other companies except McKesson, which shows the extreme changes from negative to positive. In 2016, Pfizer was the highest out of all 6 companies because investors are willing to invest despite the Ukraine-Russian war. 2017 was a big hit for McKesson as they are booming with a price-earnings ratio for 23.18 because they had a favorable impact earnings. Then 2018 shows that McKesson and Cigna spiked sharply. In 2019 and 2021, the earning ratio for all companies are positive and constant. In 2021, Pfizer had been increasing because they produce the Pfizer vaccine, which benefits people all around the world, thus have a booming line graph.
Next, this is about the price earning to growth based on the graph. In 2014, the highest number of PEG ratio is 2.23 for Amazon, while the lowest is Intel at 0.05. Dell company has no record data for 2014. In 2020, 5 companies recorded positive price earning growth and MasterCard recorded negative data that year. Therefore, the lowest was in 2019 by the Apple company, which was negative 13.94. Then, there are the occurrence of fluctuation for all companies from 2014 to 2016. This shows that the PEG ratio rate is affected by the current issue, which is the Ukraine and Russian war.
Next, the price earning to growth ratio, which is PEG ratio, for the 6 companies under the automotive industry. What we can see in 2014? is that the Tesla is highest value company, but it achieved negative and worst value for these 6 companies for year 2021. Others companies are constantly facing upside and decline over the current year. Its value often shifting from negative to positive and returning positive to negative again. It can be said that this irregular value stem from the impact of war.
For the market-to-book ratio, EOG Resources has shown the biggest ups and downs from 2014 to 2021. In 2015, EOG Resources was got the value 2.47 and it was increased slightly to the highest 3.46 in 2016. However, the company was decreased continuously from the highest value in 2016, dropped to the 1.26 in 2020. Besides that, General Electric was the second highest of biggest fluctuation for the market-to-book ratio from 2014 until 2019. Next, there are only one company, Korea Electric Power, which shows a steadily fluctuation for these 8 years.
All companies have a positive market-to-book ratio every year from 2014 until 2021. In 2014, all companies' market-to-book ratios increased except for AT&T showed a decrease. In 2015 and 2016, the following companies have shown a decrease, namely Meta Platforms, Alphabet, Walt Disney, Netflix, and WPP plc. In 2017, Netflix recorded the highest market-to-book ratio of 23.24, while AT&T recorded the lowest value of 0.93. This indicates that AT&T has been overvalued since the book value recorded is higher than the market value, while Netflix has been overpriced because the market value of a company is trading higher than its book value per share. In the following year, which is 2018, all companies showed an increase except for Netflix, which showed a decrease. The company Alphabet showed a rather drastic increase in 2014, which was 4.57 to 5.31, and continued to increase until 2021 by 7.38.
In 2014 until 2021, Pfizer, United Health Group, CVS Health Corporation, McKesson Corporation, Cardinal Health, and Cigna showed a constant ratio of market to book. McKesson shows up and down of their market to book ratio. In 2016, McKesson had a high line graph because changes in estimates to complete and revisions in overall profits. In 2017, 2018, and 2020, this company was depleting from high spike of line.
Furthermore, it is about market book ratio. All of the market book ratio have a positive for all companies. The highest number of market book ratio is 54.16. Mastercard in 2020, the market to book ratio decreased in 2015, which is at a value 4.16 compared to 4.69. Apple continues to rise again in 2016 until 2021. In 2015, Amazon recorded the highest total market book ratio of 23.74. Therefore, there is no record for them for the years 2014 and 2015.
Next, market to book ratio for 6 companies under the automotive industry. We can see that Ferrari was the company that faced the most significant impact in 2015, and its value reached negative but returned to stability the following year. For other companies that did not have such a significant impact from 2014 to 2021.
From the enterprise value EBITDA graph, we can sharply note that EOG Resources had the biggest fluctuation of ups and downs from 2015 to 2019. In 2015, EOG Resources have got the value of 6.19 and it was growth to the highest 32.60 in 2017. However, it was decreased continuously to 6.83 in 2019. Besides that, Chevron also showed a sector highest of biggest fluctuation from 2016 to 2018. Then, for the company Korea Electric Power, it has the only one that show a moderate fluctuation from 2014 to 2021.
For the value of enterprise value EBITDA in 2014 to 2015, the Alphabet, Netflix, WPP plc and Meta platform experienced an increase, while two companies, namely AT&T and the Walt Disney, show a decrease. In 2016, 5 out of 6 companies, Alphabet, Netflix, WPP, Meta Platforms and Walt Disney showed a decrease except for AT&T, which showed an increase of 0.18. The Alphabet has the largest enterprise value EBITDA value in 2017, which is 19.16, while the Facebook recorded the lowest value of the 6 companies in that year, which is 1.05. That value is also the lowest for Meta Platforms throughout the 6 years under review. Walt Disney in 2019 experienced a sharp increase in enterprise value EBITDA from 3.4 to 5.13 after always recording a value below 4. In 2014 until 2018, Alphabet in 2021 recorded the largest value from other companies, which is 19.85. The value is also the largest value throughout the 6 years studied.
For the value of enterprise value EBITDA ratio, the pattern of the ratio is not in sync. 2014 shows the significant positive flow of the graph. Cigna Corporation was having a severe negative value ratio of negative 13.25 in 2015 because of the equity securities and then a rise from negative ratio to positive. In 2018, Cardinal Health was having a booming enterprise value EBITDA because they gained revenues before income taxes. 2020 was a huge change for these three companies, positive for Cigna, negative for Cardinal, and McKesson. 2021 was a starting war between Ukraine and Russia, so the company that got affected by it was Cigna and McKesson with ratio of 10.85 and negative 18.16 respectively.
Then is about the enterprise value EBITDA. There are 9 companies from the information technology industry that are used to see the enterprise value trend every year starting from 2014 to 2021. However, the war that happened has had an impact on companies regarding their business. According to the graph above, MasterCard record the higher enterprise value every year, while Dell is the lowest every year. The higher number of enterprise value is 249.72 for MasterCard in 2020. Then each company still have positive enterprise value EBITDA.
Finally, enterprise value EBITDA ratio for 6 companies under the automotive industry. The Tesla company was the best in 2014 as its highest value was started but reached negative value in 2015 and rebound in 2016 and 2017. It shows that the company is constantly impacted by its value every year as it approaches war. The Toyota company reached its higher value in 2019 and returned to stability the following years. Others companies have stabilized their value every year and have less impact.
In conclusion, major stock markets are affected by major stock markets in 6 industries, which are energy and utility, communication, healthcare, information technology, and automotive. The ups and downs from the ratio calculated shows that all companies underwent the side effect in Ukraine-Russian war. Even though the pre-war happened at 2014 and being a war on 2022, but this analysis conducted by us shows the stock major market are depending on the war, thus resulting some of them with gaining losses rather than revenue. The recommendations of this research are, make sure to go deeper search for the researchers to know better and can conduct more specific, structured and detailed research. Researchers can use macro trends on the internet to identify the gain or losses of one's company. The company should opt the liquid assets, which is assets that can easily be converted to cash, in order for them to face financial difficulty in the future.